Greetings, folks. This is DC Investing. I have reached financial independence, and I talk about topics that may help others on their pathway to financial independence. And today, the topic I want to discuss is my actual the process of signing up for ACA health insurance. What my actual experience was. I just crossed the line of choosing to retire from my day engineering job. I retired on Friday the 13th, which I think is a fun day to retire. But what happened? How did I get coverage for the ACA insurance? The first thing to know is that I spent a bunch of time learning all the financial rules behind uh, like the income strategies for what gives you subsidies and what doesn't. And one thing that uh, helped was that I had a contact that was given to me by somebody else of a local representative who works with the ACA insurance program, as well as some other things that could just give me a sanity check as to were my calculations correct? Did I understand the program properly, and what to do to actually get signed up for that process? So that was useful. These reps, there's lots of them in your different industry. If you want one for the Utah, Salt Lake City area, give me a comment and I'll shoot you the number of this particular contact in the messages or comment section. Because I do pay attention to the comments, I listen to those, and reply quite often. But what did I actually do? What was it like? So the I retired not at the end of the year. It's in March, and so how do you get signed up for the ACA program? Basically, you have to have a qualifying event that occurs that allows you to sign up for the government insurance program, not during the normal sign up time frame, which is somewhere right at the end of the year. So losing your employment is one of those things that counts. And I also lost health insurance with losing the employment. So whether you quit or retire or anything else, the loss of your insurance is one of those things that is a qualifying event that allows you to sign up for the government program anytime during the year. And so the item that I needed in order to show or prove that qualifying event was a letter from my employer that said, on this particular date, you're going to lose your insurance coverage. And when I think I gave about a 3 weeks notice for my retirement to my company. And a few days after the notice came, they sent me just a generic form that kind of had a bunch of boilerplate information about all the different benefit options that I had, which is like dental and legal and all the other things, but it had no specific individualized information into it. So I couldn't use that as a letter to say, here's proof that I lost my insurance. And so my representative actually had a form letter that he said, here's the generic statements that they need. Put this on company logo, put your name on it, show the date that you're going to be retiring, and we'll use that and submit it in as the official notice. And so I did, and everything's truthful about it because all of it was true. So I created that letter. It basically says on this date, I am ending my employment. I'm losing, and it's kind of like formal. You're losing your health insurance coverage on this particular date, and that's what was needed in order to sign up for the program. And so we made that letter, sent it in to the whatever system is here local, and he said this can take somewhere between a quick turnaround up to 2 weeks to get approved. And the insurance typically starts on the 1st of the next month. So I quit on a 13th. My coverage ended on the 13th, and my new coverage won't start until the 1st. And so that's something to kind of be aware of um, for your own plans if you decide to retire. If you want the coverage during that full time, make sure you quit on the end of a month and have your system set up so that you're ready to go on the 1st of the next month. So that's something to be aware of. But you also have the ability to activate Cobra insurance. So, that's kind of like if you need coverage for health between when one policy starts and another doesn't, then you do have that Cobra possibility. And so Cobra, it's an acronym. I can't remember what it stands for, but it basically says you can sign up for that. You get 60 days from when your coverage ends to be able to sign up for Cobra again. And then it will last for up to 18 months. You have to make your payments. It's expensive, but it's one of your options should something happen to you between the time of one coverage ending and another coverage starting. So just be aware that that's something to consider. The date that you retire might make a difference. I retired on the 13th, but my new coverage won't start until the 1st of next month. So that's something. Then in order to activate the insurance, I had to um, I had to make a payment towards it. And so my agent got all the information put into the system. He normally just walks people through on the phone and takes the payments, but he was busy at that particular time. Sent me a link and it worked just fine. So I set that up and made my payment, and now I'm covered. I guess once it starts, I'll get my cards next month, and because I understand all the income levels really well, I'm going to pay $228 a month for my health insurance, and my coverage is actually better than what I was getting for my regular job. And so I think I paid about $750 a month for a family plan. I got a bug crawling on me. Yep. I think my coverage while I was employed cost $750. It was a high deductible plan. Um, this one I'll pay $228, and it is not a high deductible plan. It's better than that. So I think that's kind of interesting while I'm retired, because I've learned how to play the control your income game. I'm going to get better insurance for half the cost, and I just have to keep playing those games. So that's something to know. When I was chatting with my manager about the retirement, and he was also looking at doing a retirement. I let him know about the Cobra thing, and he asked me, "Do you know what the price of the Cobra is?" And he says, and I said no, and he had no idea either, but he was able to go look it up. And um, so he passed me and he said, "All right, I found out that the true price of Cobra insurance is $2,800 a month." And so that's quite the big payment increase. So that's the reality of what insurance costs. So we, as an employee, were paying $740 for health insurance, but the real payment was $2,800. So if you do go on Cobra, expect to pay about that much every month. I kind of heard that the ACA insurance without subsidies was around that amount anyways. I don't know if it's $2,500 a month or $2,800. It was like $23,000 a year or something. It was actually quite a big chunk. But if you need insurance, you have to have insurance. So anyhow, those are kind of the process um, of getting set up for the ACA insurance. I thought I mentioned the insurance agents, they get paid from the ACA directly, so there's no charge to go through an agent. So that's something important to know. And my agent not only did ACA insurance, but he has all the other non-ACA insurance things that he could do as well. So, if I wasn't going to that government program, he's got other things, and he insures businesses and other stuff as well. So, kind of an all-around guy who knew quite a bit of stuff. And again, if you're in Utah and want that number, send me a comment and I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, that was the process. Uh, Quitting creates a qualifying event for the ACA insurance. You have to send them in a letter, something that's a proof that you are quitting. Oh, also, like your Cobra notice will count as your proof as well, but it usually takes a little bit of time after your quit date to get that Cobra letter. I haven't got it yet because I just quit last Friday. So again, I needed something. I wanted to make sure before I quit that I had my insurance lined up, but just that letter worked. And so that's the process. Make sure you have everything in place so you can get signed up in the middle of your year. You need something to prove that you had a qualifying event, and then you get signed up. You need to pick your plan. There were a lot of different options. Got bronze plans and silver plans and gold plans, and each one's kind of different, and there's different providers that provide it all. I just kind of picked one that we liked, and again, I went for a silver plan instead of the others because I like the amount of coverage for the cost that I pay. I'm getting a lot of cost sharing reductions on it. So there's kind of some information on if you are planning on retiring, you got to make sure your health insurance is in place. And that's my process for signing up for the ACA insurance program. So hope that helps. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Appreciate you. Bye.